Hey YouTubers, this is the Comickaze Origin Series, and it is Flash Week. And in honor of that, we're doing one of my favorite heroes of all time, Barry Allen, the Flash. Barry Allen first hit the scene in Showcase number 4. He is the second character known as the Flash, following Jay Garrick. He is a founding member of the Justice League and the creator/generator of the Speed Force. A very confusing force, which I have another video that we will link somewhere on this screen. Barry Allen had a rough childhood. When he was a child, his mother was killed and his father was convicted for the crime. This ingrained in Barry a sense of justice and a desire to prove that his dad was innocent. Barry also loved chemistry from a young age, and then graduated college with a major in organic chemistry and a minor in criminology, eventually joining the Central City forensic team. One night during an electrical storm while Barry Allen was working on an experiment, a bolt of lightning struck the chemicals behind him, bathing him in electrically charged chemicals, giving him the powers that he has, running really fast and has really good reflexes. Naming himself after his favorite childhood hero, the Flash, he becomes a lean, mean, red crime-fighting machine. After the creation of the Justice League, of which Barry Allen was a founding member, he would transport to Earth 2 by sensing the other world's vibrations and phasing over to, that world. There he would meet Jay Garrick, his childhood idol, a comic book character, but in this world not a comic book character. Two worlds would eventually merge together, and this would create the DC multiverse. Sometime later, a similar accident that happened to him happened to his girlfriend's nephew, Wally West, giving him the same powers, but not quite on the same level. He would then don a similar suit and become Kid Flash. Later on, the Flash, but that's in a different episode. After a year of marriage, Barry revealed his identity to Iris, though she told him she already knew because he talked in his sleep on their first night, but she wanted to respect his wishes and not make him confess it to her, so, he felt kind of stupid. But their happiness would be short-lived as Professor Zoom, also known as Reverse Flash, there's a video about him coming soon as well, would murder her at a masquerade ball. This caused Barry Allen to run him into the time stream because, that's what it can do. And then he left him there because he's a gangster. Flash would eventually find love again in Fiona Webb, but that didn't really work out because Professor Zoom came and he tried to murder her at their wedding, and then the Flash stopped him but accidentally killed him, and then the Flash was on trial and they never ended up getting married, and it was a whole mess of things, but we'll move on from that. The Flash would eventually find himself in the 30th century where he reunites with Iris West, as that's actually where she's from. And then they would settle down and have, a couple of babies. Though he did stop off while he was running around in the time stream to help Wally West fight off two Zooms. Now, to the death of Barry Allen. During the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, he came out of retirement and back to the 20th century. He then got pulled into the antimatter universe by the Anti-Monitor, where he was tortured, but eventually escaped. And then, in order to stop the Anti-Monitor, he had to run around the antimatter cannon so fast that it tore the cannon apart, but it actually aged him and eventually killed him, drawing him into the Speed Force. Barry would make a brief appearance during the Infinite Crisis to help his grandson Bart Allen stop Superboy Prime and drag him into the Speed Force. Over 20 years after his apparent death, Barry Allen made his official return to the DC universe. Though Barry did get infected by the negative Speed Force, becoming the Black Flash, fearing the damage he would do to other speedsters, he actually ran himself back into the Speed Force, where he discovers that Professor Zoom not only caused his troubles, but actually caused his resurrection as well. Later, it is also revealed that Zoom is behind almost every bad thing that's happened in Barry's life. Zoom then gets even more dick-facey and decides to go back in time and kill Barry Allen's wife before they ever even met. Though, with the help of Wally West, they're able to foil his plan. That dastardly plan. Barry also played a role in the Blackest Night storyline, where he became a Blue Lantern and a member of the White Lantern Corps, leading us to Flashpoint. Barry wakes up in his office to discover that his mother's alive and there is no Superman. Aquaman and Wonder Woman are at war. He's also powerless. Figuring out that all this is kind of really messed up, he goes and he tries to find Bruce Wayne to help him out. Turns out Bruce Wayne is actually dead. Thomas Wayne is alive. Thomas Wayne's the new Batman. And with his help, he's able to recreate the accident that caused his powers and get his powers back. Later on, Zoom reveals to Barry that Barry Allen is actually the cause of this because he went in time and stopped Zoom from killing his mom. This caused the timeline to divert to this crazy thing they're in now. Then, Batman stabs Zoom because this Batman will stab a hoe. After this, Thomas Wayne hands him a letter, tells him to give it to Bruce. Then he sends him on to stop him from saving his mommy. Tear. Barry Allen was successful in this, and this ended up merging all three timelines. That's right, there were three of them, and they were merged together to create a new universe. After this, he hands the letter to Bruce Wayne, who sheds a single tear, thanks him for the letter, and we have the start of the new 52 universe. Now I'm going to try to give you a quick rundown on his powers and abilities. There's a lot of them, so if I miss a couple, I apologize. First, he's super fast. So fast he can run 10 times faster than the speed of light, or so the comics say. He's much faster than Superman despite what he says. He can also vibrate his body so fast he can phase through objects. Right on, straight through him. The speed force around him gives him enhanced durability. He's able to hit, that's why he's able to hit things so fast and not hurt his hand, basically. He's also able to time travel using the speed force by running so fast that he can go into the time stream and go all over the place. You probably figured that out by everything I was saying so far. Barry Allen also has a supercharged healing factor where he can heal very fast, a supercharged thought process where he can think faster, literally think faster and picture everything going on and picture all the outcomes before we can even think it. Barry Allen also has something called the infinite mass punch. This is a technique where he hits something so fast that he hits with the force of a white dwarf star. There's actually numerous other abilities, but I'm not going to get into all of them. You guys can check that out, read more about them if you want. Now, I am going to do a video on the New 52 origin. I'm just not going to do it yet because this video is taking long enough, and I don't have time to do it right now. But if you do want to hear more about it, let me know in the comment section below. And if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we have more content coming your way. Till next time, thanks for watching.